The canals through Amsterdam, one of the top tourist destinations in all of Europe. And our destination today is inside the retractable roof marvel known as the Amsterdam Arena. The Claymores, the Scottish Claymores, paying a visit on the Amsterdam Admirals. And we get it all started, as we do every week, with the power party. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the Amsterdam Arena. Rich Waltz along with Bill Moss. This is the 10th year of NFL Europe, and it seems every year, including this one, the number of NFL players that go from here to the NFL grows.
And it does, because this league keeps getting better and better, and the NFL is realizing that this league turns out quality players. It is a breeding ground for NFL players. You don't have to look any further than the star-studded names of Kurt Warner, Adam Vinatieri, Marcus Robinson, Billy Schrader. These guys, at some point in time, the league told them no. Well, they kept knocking on that door over here, proving their worth. And today, you're going to see a couple guys that are still knocking on the door.
Yeah, the league told Scott Shields no after he had two pretty good years in Pittsburgh. The Dolphins think, though, he can still play, and he's shown it so far for the Claymores.
Well, you know, a case in point, a guy just like Scott Shields had playing time in Pittsburgh. Second-round draft choice, played in '99, played in 2000, was out of the league last year for whatever reason. All these guys have a reason, injury, changing positions, whatnot. He's here to prove that he can make the Miami Dolphins.
They say sometimes this is a quarterback's league, and you've got the Kurt Warners and the Jay Fiedlers who have had success. But of all the quarterbacks that have played here, this guy has put up the best numbers. 2 years ago, Kevin Daft was the real deal. The Titans are hoping he puts up the same numbers this year.
You know, I really like Kevin Daft, and when you look at a quarterback, I don't think you have to look any further than two things. Is he accurate, and can he win? Kevin Daft has shown the ability to do both those. 2 years ago, he took the team to the World Bowl for Scotland. Who he's facing today, he's out to prove to the NFL that given the right system, the right opportunity, he can be a starter in the NFL.
All right, before we get going, let's go behind the scenes and into the Admirals locker room.
Hey, it's not a whole lot to say. You know the message this week, okay? Now you go out and send the message. Send the message. You've worked hard, okay? Now it's time to go out and put it into practice. Go out to work right now, okay? You know what to do. Let's go. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. Let's go do it.
Head coach Bart Andrus of the Amsterdam Admirals. They won their first 2 games of the season. They've lost 2 in a row. His resume includes a nice stop at Rocky Mountain College. He was the Titans offensive assistant when he ran into a quarterback named Kevin Daft with the Titans in '99. And here he is in his second year as the head coach in Amsterdam.
You know, Rich, when players sit around and listen to coaches talk in general like that, you know, not really specific, just general, we're going to send a message. Now, you know what to do to send the message. You know, players get around, they say stuff like, okay, we'll go get some homing pigeons, right? What message are we going to send?
Gene Dahlquist. What message would Gene Dahlquist send to his Scottish Claymores? Because this is a team that comes in at 1-3.
You know what the message is he has to send to them is, guys, this is it. Basically, if you want a chance to do anything to be successful in this league, we're at the halfway point now, and you need a win. You need a win to get back in the race. If you fall to 1-4, chances are you've got to spend the next 4 weeks just buying time and going through the motions to go home.
Our game notes coming in. Amsterdam very good at home. Scotland has struggled on the road. They've lost 8 in a row on the road. Their last road win was in this city, in Amsterdam, in June of 2000. And Scotland will get the football first. Andrew Bays to kick it off. J.J. Moses of the Kansas City Chiefs back to return it. James Ruth's one of the top kickoff return men in NFL Europe is out today for the Scottish Claymores. And so Moses and Dondre Gilliam will be doing most of the returning. Bays, property of the 49ers. We are underway. A good kick. Moses out to the 20 and outside, and Moses is hauled down from behind at the 34-yard line. David Dinkins, the backup quarterback, on the stop. Flags are down.
Face mask, 5 yards. Number 35, 5 yards added into the run, automatic first down.
Kirk Dorman, our referee today, and this means the Claymores will get pretty good field position to start their opening drive. Scott Dreisbach, property of the Lions, a guy that feels he really has something to prove this season, struggled last week. After week 1, everything has been a struggle offensively for this Claymore team. And the noise level inside Amsterdam Arena will be something that Dreisbach has to deal with throughout the day. On 1st and 10 to the 38-yard line. Gain of a couple. Herbert Goodman on the carry. Offensive line anchored in the middle by the Steelers' McAllister Collins, Borum and Allen on the outside, Lovelady and Fritz the guards, and the skill position players. Kwame Cavill of the Browns gets a start, and he's a guy that Gene Dahlquist and Mike Deal, the offensive coordinator, feel can spark this offense, and they desperately need a spark. Dreisbach to the air, and his first completion, that's Gilliam of the Chargers. It's a gain of about 6. We'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Admirals defensively struggled last week in a 28-9 loss to Berlin. Up front, Rosic gets the start. Jennings, Lennon, and Stamer, the linebackers. On the corners, Blackwell and Combs, Perryman and McMurray are the safeties. Third down, Dreisbach. Ball may have been tipped, and it's overthrown. Elliott Carson, the intended receiver. Good pressure by Mike Sutton, the defensive end.
And that's who you had coming out of your defensive lineups, 99. He's been a guy for Amsterdam that's really been the pressure guy as far as defensive linemen go. He's the guy that can turn the corner, get in the quarterback's face. That's what he did on that play, cause an errant ball to stall the drive.
The Texans, Aaron Langley back to punt. Joey Getherall for Amsterdam. And Getherall from the 18. Flag down. Getherall has a burst out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. The flag is back near the line of scrimmage at the Claymores 37-yard line, and the hold is going to go against Scotland.
That's a pretty good return. They just might keep this one.
Holding on the kicking team prior to the kick, number 45. That penalty is declined. First down, Amsterdam.
Yeah, I think Joey Getherall had a pretty nice return. Just decline that, take the ball where you are. You're almost to midfield. Take your chances there. Anything can go wrong on special teams.
A lot went wrong last week for Kevin Daft and the Admirals offense, though he's individually had a pretty good season. 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's the 3rd-rated passer in NFL Europe. Property of the Titans. Raphael Cooper. And Cooper is swallowed up. Tony Ortiz made the stop. The offensive line of Amsterdam struggled last week. 6 sacks. Tupe Pico, a Seahawk, in the middle with Rafferty, Nivens, Kalich, and Gatrell. Outside, Reggie Allen, Joey Getherall, Marcus Knight of the Raiders. Raphael Cooper of the Titans getting that carry. Marcus Knight in motion. Swing pass, Cooper. Cooper to midfield. Cooper has the first down, it looks like, on a 10-yard pickup. Michael Hawks made the stop for the Claymores. The strength of this Claymore team has been their defense. Devontae Peterson, a Buffalo Bill, the nose tackle, in a 3-4 look that has Dunlap, Hawks, Isabel, and Ortiz as the linebackers. The safeties are good. Todd Franz of the Jets, Scott Shields of the Dolphins. Tarver and Johnson on the corners.
Check.
Cooper has touched it on all 3 plays, and he's inside the 40. Cooper inside the 35. He's got another first down. On a 12-yard pickup, Earl Riley made the stop.
Rich, you know, Tom Tovo, the starting nose tackle, is out, so who they have in here is Dwayne Peterson. Well, I want you to take a look here at the scoop that the center and guard get over the top of them. You're going to see a seam right in here where the ball carrier goes. Tom Tovo was injured last week. See this scoop block right there? Now he's sealed, and there's the gap. There's the lane. One thing you have to do is you have to be able to play two-gap when you're playing a 3-4 defense.
Daft, quick throw, Getherall the catch, and Getherall to the 26-yard line. The Packers' Hurley Tarver on the coverage made the stop. Last week, Amsterdam ran for a grand total of 28 yards, and Bill, they're almost there already on this drive.
But it's something they needed to get going just to get their team feeling they can do things offensively. Amsterdam's wide receivers are smallish in stature. Take a look, Getherall, he's what's he, about 5'8". When you have teams like this is what you want to do. You want to play a zone and let them catch the ball and close and hit them. And keep hitting them early to send a message. That's exactly what Scotland's doing.
On 2nd and 2, Daft. Deflected and intercepted. Tony Ortiz. He's midfield to the 40-yard line.
Poor decision, Rich. Poor decision on the throw. He didn't see what he wanted to early enough, and he came down to the checkoff right away. He had Joey Getherall wide open in the middle of the field. He really forced this in there to the check down, Daft did. I want you to watch. There's Getherall right here. He's running clean, free, open. Nobody's in the middle of the field as you see him clear. Look at, there's no safety back here. He's wide open. Instead, he threw the check down where the linebacker was all over the back. That was a touchdown. But Kevin Daft been able to see that.
There's a look at Ortiz, a former black shirt of that Nebraska defense. With a big play on the deflected ball, 1st and 10. Dreisbach's throw is complete at the 30. A tumbling catch, Elliott Carson, the Titans tight ends. Bo Jennings made the stop.
You know, and you're gonna, you said Titans tight end. I was thrown for a second thinking Titans, what? It took a second to, yeah, and you have to realize that. These guys are overseas here. And I get asked this question every year when I come over to do it. I'm going over to do NFL Europe, and I get the same question. They have a league over there? Yeah, they do, but it's not Europeans. It's all Americans. It's all guys that are on NFL rosters.
Dreisbach to the air. This time his receiver fell down. No flags. And an incompletion.
Corey Blackwell is going to wish he had another opportunity at that play. You know, when you go home at night, you think about the game, and you think about, you never really think about the great things you do, but you think about the things you missed or the mistakes you made. Watch this. The receiver's going to fall on this, and watch Corey Blackwell. He's right here. He's going to play this. The ball's going to go right through his hands. Falls. Boom. He won't forget that one soon.
On 2nd and 10. Draw play, Goodman. Bo Jennings of the Bengals made the stop. You were talking NFL allocations and the guys that are affiliated.
Well, look at the back of the helmets. You're going to take a look and see there's a Steelers in there. There you're going to see a Green Bay Packers. They're all marked. And then on their collar, too. You see year by year the number of players that are allocated keeps on increasing. And that's twofold. One is because the league is really behind it and sending guys here. But the main reason is because the players know that the NFL watches these games, and they watch what they do here. This is the best step to the NFL, in my opinion. There's no other league, there's no other way to go to get to the NFL.
Dreisbach calls a timeout. The Claymores are on the move. We are scoreless in Amsterdam. Scoreless in the Amsterdam arena. Lions backup quarterback Scott Dreisbach as Scotland on the move. 3rd down 8 from the Amsterdam 25. Dreisbach over the middle. It's broken up on a nice play. Closing was Ray Perryman, a Raiders safety.
You know, the Raiders have been looking for safeties for a couple of years now. They spent some high draft choices last year on safeties. They just signed Rod Woodson. Perryman's a guy, watch him come in here and bust this up underneath. That's a nice play. Perryman's a guy who, you can tell by talking to him, really dedicated and trying to make himself the best he can be.
Lawrence Tynes with Aaron Langley holding. Tynes is a Kansas City Chief kicker from 42 yards out. And we have points in Amsterdam. Rafael Cooper, who had a 92-yard return for a touchdown last week, spun around at the 25, and he's out across the 35 to the 40-yard line. Wired for sound in this one. Those two guys have mics on. Kevin Daft, the quarterback, and Bart Andrus, the head coach for Amsterdam, and Dreisbach and Gene Dahlquist for Scotland.
And I think that this is one of the great things about this league, and it's great to watch if you're a fan of football, just to see
Here we go. We're going to go
what
left,
transpires.
5 gun, check 4 gun, on 1-on-1, right?
Daft 2 of 3, but that one incompletion, an interception. Cooper on the ground across the 45.
You know, the one thing you notice right away that Amsterdam is doing to Scotland is they know that their nose tackle, Tom Tovo, the big English guy there who's about 310 pounds and strong as not, he is out. Okay, and Junior Robinson is out, and Hubert Isabel, the linebacker 51, is in. They've been attacking the middle of that defense where the two subs are playing. They're going right at him downhill.
Timeout. Right snugs in.
Well,
Timeout.
Joey Getherall didn't get lined up correctly. He called the formation.
It'll be a 30-second timeout. He was fixing his helmet when he came back to the huddle.
All right, we were all right if you'd have stayed 2 by 2 on that.
Yeah.
Right now, Bart is listening to the coordinator up in the box talk to him in his headset. They're going over some offensive plays. That would be Jeff Lewis, who's up in the box. He's talking to Bart into his headset.
Let's go.
It comes down to him,
Out of right.
over to him,
right,
to the huddle.
2 quick draw.
No motion?
Right, 2 quick draw. The number 2 is telling you the hole it's going to go to. And the numbering system of offenses is pretty much universal.
Take your time. We're going to go right, 2 quick draw, on 1-on-1, right?
The 2 hole will be to the right. All your even numbers are to the right, and all your odd numbers are to the left. It's going to go right to the right of the center.
The pump fake, there's the draw, and Cooper is loose inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
This is more runs than actually I've seen Amsterdam run probably all year. Amsterdam likes to throw the ball around. They are attacking. It's obvious they are attacking. See what they do to the nose, then they get the linebacker seal there, and there's your alley. They are attacking 2 guys that are playing the positions where Tom Tovo was at nose tackle and also where Junior Robinson was.
28 yards on the ground all game last week, and they're already over that total. Cooper had 15 on that last carry, and on this one, he'll pick up about 5.
And the whole thing about playing a 34 defense, if you're talking about the other side of the ball defensively, 3-4 defense is such a gap-controlled defense. And you always hear the term about gap control, but when you play a 34, if there's a breakdown anywhere on a 3-4 defense, there's a hole there, and it's out the gate, and there's no real stopping until it gets in the secondary. They don't have the 4th extra lineman to clog up the middle of the line.
Baltimore Raven Morgan Kane in the game at the tailback spot. Daft, lots of time for Kane, and it's incomplete. Scott Shields of the Dolphins on the coverage. And it will bring up 3rd down and 6.
You know, the one thing that I talked about and raved about when I watched him at Daft, he looks a little off tonight. And one thing, he's a very accurate passer normally. The couple of throws he's had tonight haven't been that accurate, and he's had a lot of protection too. He's had time. It's not as if he's under a great amount of pass pressure.
He was knocked around last week, sacked 6 times. On 3rd down, Daft to the sideline, a bullet. Knight was out of bounds. It would have been enough for the 1st down. Hurley Tarver on the coverage.
This may get overcalled. They may overturn this. They're having a discussion down the sideline. Yeah, it is. They overturned the call.
And that's not popular on the Claymores sideline.
Well, take a look. The official has to look. First they look at the feet, 2 feet in, and then they look up to see if he has possession.
2 feet in. First down.
That's exactly right. See, the side judge or the field judge to that side, the head linesman, the line judge and the side judge to that side, when you look at the receiver on the sidelines, they're taught to, they look down at the feet first and then look up for possession. They had a controversy over whether they thought both feet were in.
That's good.
The side judge overruled it.
That's good teamwork by this officiating crew made up of NFL officials, some college officials.
You can't tell Ray Woodard that.
Daft has Knight again.
Ray Woodard, the defensive coordinator for Scotland, you can't tell Ray Woodard that. I don't think he's too hip on the teamwork of the officiating right now. He was off the field.
The Raiders' Marcus Knight has made 2 catches. This is the area of the field that Amsterdam has struggled in. They moved the ball last week, but when they got inside the 20, inside the red zone, they were unable to get it in the end zone. Cooper on a toss to the 10, to the 9.
When I'm talking about gap control, I want you to watch the nose tackle, the linebacker, and defensive end lose their gaps, lose control of their gaps, and why Amsterdam's having success running this ball. Take a look. Watch. I want you to watch this here, and then up on the linebacker. They all get reach. You can't lose that. Boom, down. He's down, down. You can't. You have to maintain your gap, your control, to be successful in this defense.
Flags down, whistles stop the play as Cooper slides in safely to the 4-yard line.
I mean, they're lucky for that.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, number 83. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That was Buffalo Bills wide receiver Reggie Allen who was moving. Here's a look at Reggie out of Central Michigan, one of Daft's favorite targets this year. There's your guy Ray Woodard. You were talking about his displeasure with that reversal on the sidelines.
Heck yeah, 3rd down, your defense getting off the field. You have some trouble against the run. You got to sort things out here in the first quarter. You need a break. You didn't get one.
Daft out of the pocket. Good mobility. Throwing back. Cooper to the 15. Cooper to the 10.
Yeah, it was very, very alert play on Raphael Cooper's part. Coop, I'm not even sure if Daft was throwing it to him. He may have just been throwing the ball away. Cooper came back and picked that ball up in the clutter. First of all, he gets turned free, and there's the pressure right there, and you don't want that. Now here comes Cooper drifting back over, trying to catch. Watch this ball. You can't really see from that angle, but Cooper had to come all the way back to get it.
On 2nd down, Daft, a lot of time. He'll keep it. Out of bounds at the 6. Robert Flickinger knocked him out.
Amsterdam struggled a little bit down here in the red zone, this year, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they run a lot of crossing patterns. If you watch their patterns, they're all coming right across the field, shallow crosses. I mean, when you get down in that red zone, there's a lot of bodies down in there. I wouldn't be surprised with the success they've had running the ball if they don't try to punch this thing in. Scotland's going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Scotland. That's their 2nd team timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Did you want that to the field? No, did you want to run this?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I wanted it to the sideline. To the short side. Yeah. Stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here. And now they've seen it, they're going to probably blitz, huh? You think?
No thanks.
Jeff Lewis, the offensive coordinator, on the phones with Bart Andrus.
All right, give me a flash. Right hand, 9 toss, check 8 toss. Right hand.
Okay, you heard that. He flushed personnel. That means 4 wide receivers. 9 toss, check 8 toss. What they're going to do is they're going to seek out the strength of the defense. Find out where the extra defender is.
9 toss, check 8 toss. On 1-on-1, right?
Okay, now Daft is going to make the call at the line of scrimmage, which way this thing's going, based upon where the extra defender is.
Rip.
The Admirals can pick up a first down
Set.
if they get inside the 1. Cooper on a toss, and he's nowhere near that. Hit at the 5 and stop there. And Amsterdam will bring the field goal unit on. Surprised at the call?
A little bit. Yeah, they went left, and I thought that the linebacker was stacked to the outside left where they wanted to toss it.
Scott Shields made the hit. Shields has been pretty active, and as Amsterdam has continued to run the ball, it's put more pressure on the strong safety.
I like Shields.
Yeah.
I mean, how many 6'4" safeties do you see in the NFL? None.
Joe O'Donnell of the Steelers. And his field goal ties this thing at 3. Well, the Admirals get some points for a long drive, which takes them all the way to the 5. We've got NFL players, NFL officials, and NFL rules with some exceptions, Mr. Moss. 4 points for a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, which I think is pretty neat. You know, I think anytime a field goal kicker, not that I'm very fond of them anyhow, but anytime that they do kick a 50-yarder, I think it should be rewarded in the 4 points.
Play clock
puts 35 seconds
on everyone.
After big plays. If you get a big play downfield and you have to get your offense down there, get in the huddle, and it takes some time. And you'll see a lot of timeouts called after a big play because of that. And then the game clock starts. The game clock. Now that's not the 35-second clock. The game clock starts after an incomplete pass, except for last 2 minutes and a half or 5 minutes of the game.
Silvio DiLiberto, Admiral kicker, is out, so he won't be kicking today. Instead, it's Joe O'Donnell, and O'Donnell nailed the field goal.
To keep the thing at NFL Europe, to keep the whole Europe thing going, they do have some European players on this, on each team. They always have a national kicker. Usually someone from the home country. It's always. Silvio DiLiberto is here from the Netherlands, played for the Ajax soccer team here in the stadium.
Short kick, they're trying to keep it away from Moses. He's got it at the 19. And out to the 30, where the Claymores will take over. Scott Dreisbach coming off a tough week last week where he was 8 of 22. What's your report card on him so far this week?
Well, when I look at this offense, there's a few things that haven't really been helpful to him. I mean, you know, it's hard to pass in this league if you don't have some semblance of a running game, in any league for that matter. I'm not sure how healthy Scott is, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how good his shoulder is. He's had a couple surgeries on it. He wouldn't say he was hurt, but I'm not sure how healthy he is.
He's played the last 2 weeks with very sore ribs as well. Dreisbach on the roll, has his tight end, Elliott Carson, and Carson rambles across the 45, out to the 47-yard line. Ray Perryman of the Raiders made the stop.
You know, that's a good play in any league, any single league. Anytime you get that little boot, watch the fake toss out this side, and then he's going to roll with the boot to the side of the tight end. See this? Fake there, and then roll to the side of the tight end. Anytime you get the defense going one way and you're able to roll out boot, that buys you time. It's an easy 5-6 yards. In their case, first down.
Dreisbach 1st and 10, his own 47. And he's got Scott McCready of the Patriots at the Amsterdam 45-yard line.
You know, talking to Dreisbach last night, he was saying that this is the first time he's really felt good. The torn cartilage in his ribs was on his throwing side. Deuce left, draw 3, if you caught that coming across the mic. So go back and tell what we talked about. For the draw, and it's to the 3 side, it's going to the left side of the center. It's going right here.
Herbert Goodman inside the 40, and Goodman has a first down to the 38.
Yeah, outstanding blocking up front. You know, it's fine to call plays, but to make them work is something else. Watch these guys here. Sell pass first, get the defensive lineman to come upfield, and then seal them. That's it. See him bang, bang, seal. bang, what I'm saying is bang, bang, bang. They set up like a pass pro, like they're going to pass block you. So the defensive linemen get into their pass rush run mode, and then you seal them. And that's where you get the seams.
On 1st and 10, Dreisbach over the middle for McCready, and it's almost intercepted.
Josh Phillips could have had that. Should have had that. It was a bad throw. Threw into double coverage.
Yep. An Ivy Leaguer in Europe. He's out of Yale. Property of the Texans. Now 2nd and 10. And Dreisbach takes a peek at the clock and sees the first quarter has evaporated here in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that was a mistake. They could have taken a timeout. They could have kicked a 50-yard field goal and got 4 points.
Starting the second quarter.
I thought it was the half, Rich.
Dreisbach, that's all right, you're excused. Throws on the run, and it's intercepted. He threw it right into the arms of Brandon Godsey. Godsey out to the 38-yard line, is caught from behind. Both quarterbacks have an interception now.
Now this is a toss 97 count. There's a counter and boot. Watch the counter play first off, and then he's going to boot out to this side. He's going to fake the counter to this side, then come back out of it. There's the fake counter. He's coming back out. He just never saw Godsey. He looked at his big tight end, Elliott Carson, and he's a big target, and just never saw Godsey stepping into the play.
Now Daft on first down, finds Getherall. Shields smothers him up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of maybe a yard.
You know, that's one thing you see a lot of over here, Rich, is quarterbacks locking on to the receivers early. And that gave Godson a chance to just follow the eyes and jump in there. He read Dreisbach the whole time. 4 gut, check 5 gut. Let's take a look. This is going to be a running play. It's either going to the 4 hole or the 5 hole. Going to the right side.
Raphael Cooper to the 45-yard line.
Well, let's take it. He said Liz, so he's calling out Liz. This is where his strength is left, so that means the play's going to go to the right, away from the extra defender. See the 2 backers there? That's the extra defenders. You don't want to run into that. You want to run it over there. And there's a seal on the backer, and there's a few yards picked up.
Daft, little shovel pass. Nice play by Cooper to make the catch, and he's got the first down.
Cooper's done a lot this game. You think back to the kickoff return that he set up for the drive, for the field goal that they had. The comeback pass that he caught when Daft was in trouble. Draws, running, that little shovel pass there.
Raphael Cooper, former Louisville Cardinal, current Tennessee Titan. On 1st and 10, Daft. Good throw and catch. Loose ball.
And Cooper with the recovery.
Marcus Knight of the Raiders with the catch.
I want to see this. I want to show you this.
The runner was ruled down by contact. Second down.
Very good call. This is the precision Daft has. This is the zip he can put on a ball with the accuracy. Check out the arm, and look at how fast this thing comes out. 1, 2, 3, bang.
First down.
And the ball is on the money. I see a lot of that in him.
In practice 2 days ago, the balls that he threw the best, Bill, were the ones over the middle. That 15, 20-yard posts. Last week, even though they struggled offensively, he put up 226 yards. Knight in motion. Cooper. Not much room. Caught there by Riddell Lockhart and Robert Flickinger.
Robert Flickinger's been with Scotland for some time now, and he's really developed. He's a guy from Glasgow, and guy that hasn't been around football, obviously, all his life like the Americans have, but he caught an interest in it, kept playing. He was from Oceanside, California, but his mother's Scottish, so he moved back over here and took some of the football knowledge he saw in the United States, joined some clubs over in Scotland.
Daft on second down to the sidelines. Caught there by Kenyon Hambrick of the Baltimore Ravens. Todd Franz makes the stop. Hambrick short of the first down. Franz a jet safety.
See, I like that. I like when you do that, Rich.
What's that?
I know you say the guy and then say the team that they're with the NFL. I know, that's neat. I like it because that's really what they are. They're over here playing, but it's just a name and a uniform and a place and a league for them to do what they want to do and get to where they want to get to.
On third down, Daft hit on his feet, fires to the sideline, and Cooper dropped it. He had the first down had he held on. Tony Ortiz put the pressure on. That's about the only thing Cooper hasn't done right so far. So O'Donnell now, a little bit longer. This one from 46, plenty of leg, but he pushed it. Lions Scott Dreisbach now will do an interception on the last drive. Dreisbach over the middle, and it's caught by Stephen Fontana, free agent out of Northern Arizona University. Only his second catch all year.
Deuce right, 92 veer. What? Here we go. Straight left, 99 dash on one, ready?
They called 92 veer. He's going 99 dash. Having trouble hearing the calls going into the helmet with this loud crowd noise.
Goodman to midfield. 35-second play clock puts pressure on players and coaches to get that play in as well, Bill.
Look, take a look at Dreisbach. He puts his hands up on his helmet. See? He can't hear. We got drums going up there. These Admirals are banging away. They got horns. The draw three. Remember, they got some good yards on when they ran that draw three last time.
Green 85! Green 85!
There goes Goodman, and the Packers' Herbert Goodman is close to the first down at the 44-yard line of Amsterdam.
Watch Big Love. Josh Lovely. Watch Big Love right here. Love's going to stand up and get this guy coming as a pass rush, and then he's going to seal him off. Take a look at this. This is a draw. Stands up. Now watch him turn right there. He's got him turned, and there's the seal. He's got Scott Hopspissel all turned around, who was actually, he was with Scotland last week. Wasn't he with Scotland last week?
Last week. They had a few injuries, and now he's here. And Dreisbach.
Look at the drive of that old line.
Ribs and all. You know, you said big about the offensive line. Big is the operative word, and you can spread the big around on this offensive line. You can start with Big Earth. That's Jarvis Borum at 350. Big Mac, McAllister Collins, 307. And Big Love, the guy you were talking about, 330.
Almost 1,000 pounds in 3 guys. That's amazing. Borum, he's like Mike Williams from Texas. He's enormous.
Goodman. There's a big run of 11 yards. Last week, this team couldn't run the ball. 34 yards all game. And you can see Goodman, the Packers running back, trying to get the Scottish Claymore offense in gear.
Rich, Jarvis Borum, I said Mike Williams, like 6'7", 350 pounds. This guy, he's a pretty good tackle. 93 veer, a little running play. This guy's a good tackle. He just needs some help in fundamentals and footwork, And I think he could be a top-flight NFL player.
Spent the 2001 season with the Arizona Cardinals.
Run the
And
ball!
Goodman down to the 23-yard line. Blaine McElmurray.
You imagine if he gets on the Cardinals offensive line with the big guys they have? Holy mackerel. Watch Big 71. Watch Jarvis right here. He comes down. He's going to get 2 blocks. He's going to get here, and then he's going to go up. Boom. He gets the seal. Then he comes off on the linebacker. That's a pretty good job now, I'm telling you. You're 6'7", 350 pounds. You're getting 2 guys.
Big Earth.
Just big, period.
Second down. And here's Goodman to the 16-yard line. McElmurray, the Tennessee Titans safety. A kid out of Montana made the stop.
Dreisbach wants to change his fortunes around and the passing fortune of the Scottish Claymores offense. There's no better way to do it than to lean on the offensive line and Herbert Goodman. Herbert Goodman's a quality back. I saw him play up in Green Bay during the season. I mean, this guy's good. He's here to get reps and experience.
Last week he had 12 carries for only 8 yards. And this week Goodman having more success down to the 11. And a gain there of about 5. McElmurray again on the stop.
You know, watch Goodman. He's learning a little bit how to run. You know, and it's tough sometimes to become a runner in this league because they pass so much. But watch his patience. He's not flying through here full speed. He's wading through here looking. See that? That's not a full speed run. He's looking. Then he's looking for the alley and where to take it. That's patience. You know, that's patience in a running back. You hear so many people talk about it. That's what it is.
On second down, Dreisbach is hit. Paris Lennon. That's a little NFC love going on there. Paris Lennon of the Packers hitting Scott Dreisbach of the Lions.
Yeah, rule of thumb, you cross the 20, you blitz the offense no matter what it is. It's going to come right inside here. 53 is going to come off right up the middle. They had a slide going on, protection with the line. The tackle, Ian Allen, was on his defensive end. There was an opening after that. Paris Lennon found it. Good call.
Third down, Dreisbach. Short throw, and that's in and out of the hands of Dondre Gilliam.
They're lucky they didn't throw a flag there on Corey Blackwell. I thought he had a little contact when that ball was in the air.
Hey! I switched it because I wanted
Rob Hart, and the Claymores don't have enough people on the field, and they don't really have time, do they? Play clock looked like it had expired. The kick is up and good. Rich Waltz and Bill Moss back in the Amsterdam Arena. The Scottish Claymores have taken a 6-3 lead. See, the retractable roof is closed. This building opened in 1997.
6-3. Nogmaals, wij merken voetbal.
Claymores with a 6-3 lead over the home team, the Admirals. Scotland hasn't won a road game in 2 years, and the last one they won was right here in Amsterdam. There's Derek Combs, who is a corner, but remember, a former running back at Ohio State. He's now property of the Oakland Raiders. He's back deep with Raphael Cooper. And it's Combs who looks at Cooper, and the ball squirts right by him. Combs has got to get there. He does, and then he's hit. And it's a touchback, albeit a painful one for Derek Combs.
Did he touch that ball in the field of play?
No. I don't think it was touched by either.
If that ball was touched in the field of play and he recovered in the end zone, it would be a safety. Let's see if I thought he might have got his hand on it when he went down here. It didn't touch his leg there?
Hard to tell.
Well, they didn't rule it that. And if so, he's extremely lucky. Miscommunication by the 2 guys back there. Didn't know which one was going to take it, obviously.
Now Kevin Daft from his own 20. On play action. Still with a lot of time. Daft overthrows his receiver Reggie Allen of the Bills. Strong throw, a little too strong.
All right, Dave.
One more look at that kickoff from the end zone angle. See if Derek Combs, if that ball went right through his legs. You know, those are the things that this league's about, though. You know, the special teams, understanding, working with one another in unison, getting reps. You know, you don't really know until you get into situations like that.
That one in and out of the hands of Takao Mizuguchi, a national player from Japan. But when NFL teams look at tapes of these games, they look at special teams as well, because a lot of these players that are starting in this game at corner or safety or tight end are on those special teams, and NFL teams project them onto their special teams.
Straight, smash, all one-on-one, right?
Daft now 9 of 14, 65 yards and an interception.
Liz!
On 3rd and 10. Flushed out. Got to get to the 30, and he won't get there. He's dragged out by Riddell Lockhart.
You know, the Scottish Claymores have had good coverage. Every time that Daft has rolled out and tried to look for somebody downfield and try to kind of trick the defense a little bit, Scotland has maintained good zone coverages, and then when the players get in their zone, when the receivers get in their zone, they lock down on them. And there's nobody open for Daft to throw the ball to.
Andrew Bays, the 49er punter. J.J. Moses, a couple of nice moves, and Moses is out to the 35-yard line. 3.5 minutes left in this first half, and Scotland, a bit of a surprise, on top of Amsterdam, 6-3. Another game going on in NFL Europe right now. The Rhine Fire have a 14-10 lead over Frankfurt. And tomorrow, Bill, you and I will be in Berlin for Barcelona and Berlin.
Follow me, Trey. Here we go. Get in, Trey, right now. Take 94, double reverse right. All one, ready?
They turn the noise up with Scotland at their own 36-yard line. Moses in motion, little double reverse, hands it back to Gilliam. Dreisbach throws a block. Gilliam across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Bo Jennings made the stop for Amsterdam.
Jermaine Miles had a shot at this 96 for Amsterdam, well in the backfield. Dreisbach getting a block. A lot of running around for 9 yards.
Goodman has the first down, and Herbert Goodman is inside Amsterdam territory, sliding down to the 45. Blaine McElmurray made the stop.
Scotland's really emphasizing the run game. It's apparent more in this game than I've seen them all year, and it's working well for them. They're getting seals on the outside. They're taking Amsterdam and getting them walled off. And then when they need to go forward on the inside runs, they're getting push off the ball.
A 1st and 10, Dreisbach on the money to Scott McCready of the Patriots, the first English-born player to have a Super Bowl ring. And McCready with the catch. Jennings with the stop, short of the first down.
That's a 2-minute warning.
Some Scottish cheese, I assume, on the head of those Claymore fans.
Oh, if it ain't Scottish, it ain't crap.
Where's Mike Myers when you need him? Ball at the 37-yard line of Amsterdam. 2nd down short. 2 minutes left first half. Scotland with the lead and the ball. Dreisbach got a man. It's McCready at the 15. He's down to the 10. And it takes 4 Admirals to bring him down. The Patriots, Scott McCready, wide open.
McCready has a little attitude about him. You kind of like in receiver. You know, you like a guy that'll go down the middle. Now watch when he catches this ball. He breaks coverage, and he's not going to stop. He's got 4 guys pulling the Bronco Nagurski stuff out.
Dreisbach's throw is into the end zone and incomplete. I told you that the first English-born player to receive a Super Bowl ring. He got it, of course,
with the Pats.
With the Pats, there he is. And when you get a Super Bowl ring, you get to go to the Oval Office.
How about that? Scott McCready and the W.
Now, does each player get his own photo with the president?
Oh, absolutely.
You just got to work in and elbow your way in there.
Oh, no. That's what I hear anyhow. I had to ask a few of my friends.
2nd down and 10. Goodman on a draw, and Herbert Goodman fights his way to the 2-yard line. Blaine McElmurray made another stop. And the Claymores are going to stop the clock.
Timeout, Scotland.
Remember I was showing you how Herbert Goodman ran with patience? When you get a downhill call, this is where he just bowls people over. From the time he gets the ball, it was a head of steam as fast as he could run, seeking people to just knock over and bowl his way towards the goal line. And, you know, there's some of the characteristics of a good back. You have to know what plays are which and when to do what. So many times I see guys come out of college that were just speedsters in the game, and that's all they can rely on. And it takes them a long time, and some guys never figure it out and end up going out of the league. They just rely on their speed. Well, in the NFL or even NFL Europe, everybody's fast. They'll catch you. They'll get to you. You have to know when to use those bursts of speeds, what plays demand what tactics in running.
How much time? Here we go.
A minute 18 left.
Quick count, ready?
And as you heard on the sideline, no timeouts left. It's 3rd down and about 2. They can pick up a 1st down without the touchdown. The whistle stops the play as Goodman enters the end zone.
Falcons. Prior to the ball being snapped, false start on the offense, number 88. That's a 5-yard penalty.
That hurt.
Still remains 3rd down.
Elliott Carson, the Titans tight end.
That certainly hurt. A well-designed play. They got him on the quick
Please
count.
set the game clock to 1 minute and 18 seconds. The game clock to 1 minute and 18 seconds, please. Thank you.
Dreisbach.
Hey, we're going. Jet 3 arrow, give me a fade stop back here. Zoom, tricks right. Jet 3 arrow, on 1, ready?
Watch 86. Dondre Gilliam on the fade stop, running to the edge and then stopping before he gets to the corner.
3rd down. There's the stop. The throw is incomplete. Brandon Godsey on the coverage.
Well, you saw him, courtesy of NFL Europe Wired for Sound, Scott Dreisbach, tell Gilliam, he said, run the fade stop to your side. That's the fade. You want to get the DB going with you, running for the fade, thinking the ball's coming over the top, and then you want to throw the stop on him. It was actually outstanding coverage by Godsey.
He got away with a little tug on the face mask as well. Rob Hart, 3rd Claymore attempt, and this one is true as well. So the Claymores have been unable to get it into the end zone, but they have moved the football, and they have 9 points to show for it. And it's a 9-3 ball game with 1:09 left in the 2nd quarter. For in-depth coverage of the NFL Europe League's 10th season, log on to www.nfleurope.com, the official website of the NFL Europe League. NFLeurope.com, up-to-the-minute league news, comprehensive coverage of each weekend's games, player profiles, celebrity guest columnists, and much more. NFLeurope.com.
Do they have chat rooms there?
I'm not sure.
No chat rooms? We're getting a no up here. Statisticians like no chat room.
Claymore chat?
Yeah, I mean, you can jump in there and maybe talk to Big Love or Big Earth. Huh? No?
They may be adding one soon, however.
Demented lineman chat room.
So you'd be right in there.
I'd be right in that chat room.
You would host that chat.
Absolutely.
Lawrence Tynes to kick it off. Let's see if the Admirals can decide on a return man this time. Raphael Cooper to the 20. Cooper's got a seam, and he's caught at the 42-yard line by Gilliam. And the Admirals have good field position and a minute left on the clock
Rich,
to work with.
You mentioned something earlier, and it's so true. You know, a lot of times guys get locked into just thinking, well, I got to play. These rosters are smaller rosters, obviously, over here, than the normal 52-man roster that's in the NFL.
Please set the game clock to 1 minute and 2 seconds. 1 minute and 2 seconds, please.
But guys get locked into their playing. Oh, I got to do this. I got to run the ball better. I got to block better. I got whatever your position is. You get locked into that. And as you said, the NFL coaches and general managers are watching. They're looking at these guys. Yeah, if you see flashes of it and you see some development, improvement in their play at their position, that's what you want. But you're looking for the guy that can do that and play special teams. Poor coverage teams today I've seen on both sides.
Getherall in motion. From the 45, Daft. Lots of time, hit as he throws. Ball is loose. Flag is down. Cedric Pittman made the hit on Kevin Daft.
No, the flag isn't down. I think actually the referee, he went to throw on the fumble. He went to throw. There's a blue. What? See the blue thing he's tucking back in the other side? That little blue beanbag? Yep. That's the spot of a fumble.
The beanbag should have been thrown.
Yes. You throw that out the spot where the ball was fumbled, and he grabbed the yellow flag instead.
Well, they'll call a timeout anyway. Are you hurt?
Yeah, I need a play.
You need a play? All right. Come here.
Daft is hurt, and so David Dinkins is coming in. Here's a look at the hit. He was holding his left arm and left shoulder.
During the last
Dinkins.
2 minutes of the half, only the fumbling player can advance
here we
the
go.
football. Therefore,
we're
the
gonna
ball
do this.
was brought
We're gonna
back
go
to where
right.
the quarterback fumbled the ball.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna go right.
Amsterdam has called their second team timeout.
Right, okay.
That's the old Raider rule.
Get maximum coverage now,
Inside
right?
2
I know,
minutes.
but I want to get him on the
Quarterback
fumble.
draw is what I'm saying. Out of 5 wide receivers, they're only going to rush.
Yeah.
And you see Daft still trying to work out the kinks. Dinkins has not attempted a pass this year.
Dink, come here.
Cedric Pittman, number
Right
90.
goes quarterback draw. Go get it.
Who was on the sack. You heard the quarterback draw called. He did have a naked bootleg called. Now they're going to go with the quarterback draw. But Cedric Pittman, number 90, who got the sack, that was just a product of staying with the rush. He never gave up. He turned the corner and just kept on pursuing the quarterback, Daft. Shotgun. On these quarterback, you want to drop back and set to get the defensive lineman coming. Then you want to take it upfield. See if he's too anxious and takes off right away.
Dinkins finds a seam, and he's out to midfield, where he slides to the 49-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and about 5. I think Amsterdam's going to call their final timeout.
Timeout, Amsterdam. That's their 3rd and final timeout.
You know, he was antsy. He just got in the game, and he got the ball in his hand, and he took off. He made some nice moves and got some yards. But when you take it back as a quarterback, see, he takes off right away. When you take it back, your linemen get upfield, and your defenders go downfield with the pass route. And it really opens up a lot there. He probably would have been able to pick up the 1st down had he not been as anxious.
Dinkins staying in the game. If the name's familiar, it should be. He is the great nephew of the former New York mayor. So David Dinkins has taken over for Kevin Daft with 28 seconds left in this first half. Right at midfield, 3rd down and 5. Dinkins, his first throw all year is complete, and Cooper is hit hard by Earl Riley of the Cowboys, a Washington State product who came up and made the play. And now is telling everyone all about it.
That's, well, you know what? That's part of growing up, too. And you still see it sometimes in all leagues. but heck, it's a routine play. The guy threw up a softball.
That's the end of the half.
You got to whack it. Daft still looks a little shaken.
Admirals had a chance to run a play, and they didn't get one off. It is 9-3. The Claymores on top, more from Amsterdam after this. Scotland has a 9-3 lead over Amsterdam. Amsterdam did not play well in the first half, and moments ago inside the locker room, Marcus Knight let his teammates know about it.
And now you go out there and you do your job. If you do your job, everything will work out. Nobody can slip. Not one person. You do your technique and you do it to the best of your ability, and it will work out. It's no more individual. We are a team. We are a team, and you got to do your part, or we got a hole in our system. Now, the World Bowl is what we want, and it starts right here. If we don't win this game, it's going to be tough. It's not going to be unrealistic, but it's going to be tough. And I don't want no tough route. Let's do it. We got enough talent in here. Let's make plays. Defense, keep playing your ass off. We need to put the ball in the end zone. Let's play. World Bowl is what we're thinking about, and it starts here. We got to have this game. Go play your hearts out. Think about it.
Bill Moss, I'm about to applaud that, too. That's not a bad halftime speech by Marcus.
You know what? It was. It's exciting. And that's, you know, look at what it is. Look at this guy over here in Amsterdam playing in NFL Europe, and look at the passion. And that's what I've always loved about this league, is this is the pure essence of sport. There's no multi-million-dollar contracts here. This is the love of the game, and they're shot at making a big-time roster.
Well, if they've got a shot at winning this game, the health of Kevin Daft has to improve. The key play of the game so far has got to be the hit on Daft late in the first half that sent him out of the game.
Well, this was Cedric Pittman. He just stays after it, turns the corner, strips the ball, makes the hit from the backside, and that just knocked Daft around a little bit. He had a stinger, and those things can be painful just for about a play or two. He should be fine. Those things normally don't linger too long. It's just a pinched nerve in your neck. It feels like fire going through you. And it'll knock you around a little bit, and you think, oh, heck, I can't come back. And all of a sudden, you're fine. You can go.
For two teams that did not move the ball well last week, we look at the numbers from the first half. Total offense, Amsterdam 140. Scotland a huge improvement, 168 yards in the first half. They had a total of 62 in the entire game last week.
Drastic improvement. But you know what? There was actually no place to go but up in that statistic. But you see, the statistics are all pretty even, as is the score, really. You know, they both had their drives. They both had opportunities. One missed field goal here, and then, you know, Scotland made a couple. So the stats are exactly what this game is right now. And I think part of the reason that Marcus Knight was so upset, heck, it's been about 7 quarters so far since Amsterdam's been in the end zone.
Red zone problems for both sides. And Dreisbach, it looks like the ribs are feeling a little bit better. And he stuck his nose in it a few times in the first half. Gene Dahlquist does not want to see his team go 1-4. They haven't won a road game in 2 years. Bart Andrus, his team was sitting at 2-0 2 weeks ago. And they've lost a couple in a row, and they're down here at halftime. And Amsterdam will get the ball first. Derek Combs. Deep for the Lawrence Tynes kick. Tynes, a Kansas City Chief product. They've rotated their kickers with Rob Hart knocking a couple field goals through. Tynes had one. We have 4 field goals in the game. Combs from his 6. Out to the 24-yard line. Daft or no Daft, Amsterdam has to improve some things offensively. Bill, how do they get on track?
Well, the one thing they haven't done real well, or as effectively as Scotland's done, is the running game. And everything comes off your running game. This is a passing league. You see a lot of 3 wide receiver sets, and a lot of it has to do with the success of your quarterback is pretty relevant to the success of your team. But to get that passing game going, they've got to do a better job of getting on foot.
Cooper busts outside, and there's a start for Amsterdam across the 30, down to the 32-yard line.
And, you know, I think they had that talk. I think Bart Andrews was in there and had that talk in the locker room with the guys saying, hey, guys, if this passing game is going to open up for us, we've got to get this running game going a little bit. That takes some of the pressure off the secondary and makes them have to guess.
Go left snub, 2 quick draw on 2, right? Tuesday.
Cooper, who finished the first half with 51 yards, right at 60 yards now on the game. No flags on a
How does that happen?
on a strange start, and Jarrett Procell with a hard hit on Raphael Cooper. I don't know if it was a broken play, but there seemed to be movement on both sides of the ball. And what was second and short now turns into third down and short. Daft gives to Cooper off the right side, and he's across the 35 to the 37-yard line. He's got the first down. So Tennessee Titan Raphael Cooper enough to move the sticks up to 67 yards now.
Well, that'll open things up for him in the passing game. Twice now they've run to Ian Rafferty's side on that stretch, getting the ball to the perimeter. Had success there.
Daft on play action, blitz coming, got his man Ryan Collins, and the big tight end out of St. Thomas. He's a free agent, 6'7", 265. Close to the first down.
They come with the blitz here, Rich. They come 58. Here comes the blitz. Michael Hawks. Here's Collins. Little bootleg to the tight end. It's always good for a few.
Cooper attacking the middle again. They had success early in the first half, going straight up the middle, and he's into Scotland territory at the 49-yard line. Pernell Davis made the stop.
That was 2-by-2. That was 3-by-1 last night. Sure?
In the 3-4 defense, if you're not strong at that nose tackle, you can have problems. Tom Tovo out. They've had some problems. Cooper on the swing pass, cuts it back, and Cooper is down to the 45-yard line, short of the first down by about 2. Third down and 2 for Amsterdam. Procell made the stop. The Arizona Cardinal defensive lineman.
Right tray. Check. Liz.
Morgan Kane on the carry, and Kane hit and dropped by Willie Gary, who lost his helmet, the St. Louis Rams
Boy,
safety.
they had this too, because what was happening is Scotland was stunning their line. They were slanting their line to the strength, and it was actually away from where the run was going. This play, Kane should have made this first down.
And the Amsterdam sideline is saying they're going to go for it. Now here's where the 35-second play clock comes into play, because the play clock is down inside 10. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to try to draw them offside? They're running out of time here. Oh, they reset the play clock. That's a huge break. It was down to 5, and now it's reset up in the 20s. And Kane carries it to the 42. What the heck is going on there, Bill Moss?
Secondhand smoke.
That's a good home field advantage. The play clock was down to about 5 as they broke the huddle, and suddenly it reset itself up to about 25. Raphael Cooper back in the ball game. 1st and 10. Daft gives to Cooper, and he finds not much room at all. Robert Flickinger made the stop. Now look at Flick. Georgetown College in Kentucky. He came back as the English national player here.
Yeah.
Getherall in motion. Daft, lots of time. On the run.
Man, what a catch.
Caught at the 26-yard line by Kenyon Hambrick, who lost his helmet but held on to the ball.
Hurley Tarver just rocked him as soon as he made the catch from behind. His head popped off, the helmet came off. They looked like Rock'em Sock'em robots.
I paused for a moment because I thought it was the football, but it was his helmet.
He's scrambling around, and Hambrick did a nice job of just getting open, running with his quarterback parallel to his vision.
Cooper hit and dropped. And Tony Ortiz, who had an interception in the first half, makes another nice play.
Well, Amsterdam had talked at halftime about scoring, getting in the end zone offense. They've put together nice drives through this game. They've moved the ball from the 20 to 20. They've had some problems. Once they get inside the 30-yard line or the short field, right now, after this nice drive, it's time to capitalize.
Well, you heard Marcus Knight address that at halftime. Daft to the sideline, and it's incomplete. Hambrick, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Daft has been off a little bit tonight. He's not as crisp as I've seen him in the past. This ball's thrown low. The throw to Hambrick was behind him. And I've seen a little bit of this all night from the onset of the game. Plus, with the hit on the quarterback and the stinger at halftime, it may be affected a little bit.
On 3rd down, Daft to the sidelines, caught by Getherall, who stepped back, and it's incomplete. Getherall made the catch, ball was knocked out of his hands, and the official rules it incomplete. Todd Franz of the Jets, the coverage.
Boy, that sure looked close to me.
Really on the field was the pass was incomplete.
I thought he had the ball in his hand. He had possession. You pull the ball in, you have 2 feet in bounds. He was starting to make a move to cut back, and Franz came in and stripped the ball out as he was tackling.
Guard slip or something. Yeah. That wasn't complete.
No.
Joe O'Donnell now from 44 yards. 1 of 2 on the day. 2 of 3 on the day. Andrew Bays puts it on the tee. Amsterdam, same story. They move the football, but they struggle once they get close to the end zone, and they settle for 3. J.J. Moses apparently ready for this return. Deep with Dondre Gilliam. Short kick, and Gilliam gets there just in time at the 25-yard line. We talked a lot about Kevin Daft in his first half. How about Scott Dreisbach?
Well, the one thing the Claymores have been able to do, they have run the ball. They've run it extremely well, too. That offensive line, they've leaned on them. They haven't had the opportunity to put the ball in Dreisbach's hands just to throw it around. I expect now that they've had the running game established, they'll be able to become multi-dimensional, get a good balance going between the run and pass in this half.
The Packers, Herbert Goodman, and the Lions, Scott Dreisbach. Imagine that, Packers and Lions getting along on the same field. Shotgun. Dreisbach on the move to the sidelines. Whoa! And he didn't elect to slide. He made a nice hop at the 30. Bo Jennings of the Bengals ran him out of bounds.
pretty interesting that they come out and they open up in shotgun after they've had so much success at establishing a running game. See, when you do that, you play right into the hands of the defense. When you take away the threat of a run, you become one-dimensional, and defenses love it when they have one thing to think about.
2nd down and 6. Dreisbach's throw is deflected and batted down.
Mike Sutton.
All business.
Yeah. Mike Sutton, he's a character now. I really enjoyed talking to him. Here's 99 here. Watch, he's going to get a push right here. Then he's going to get his hands up in the air. And when you have that 3-step drop, that's exactly what you're taught to do as a defensive lineman. Is on 3-step drop, you get push into the path of the quarterback and get your hands up.
3rd and 6. In motion, McCready. Blitz coming. Dreisbach. McCready the catch, but he's a long ways from the 1st down because Corey Blackwell had a hold of him.
Rich, you mentioned all business. It was funny. And I'm sure it has been all business for Mike. And he's playing out here in practice, just dogged determination to make a team. And he's been around the league. He's been with Berlin and Rhine. He's with Jacksonville. He's been to Memphis of the XFL. He's been with LA in the Arena League.
Joey Getherall deep for Amsterdam. A good high kick from Langley. Getherall with the fair catch, something he refused to do when he was at Notre Dame. But he made one here at the 21-yard line. Scotland, a 3-point lead in Amsterdam. Retractable roof is closed at the Amsterdam Arena, and right now the Admirals, the home team, trailing by a field goal. Daft swings it out to Raphael Cooper, who makes a nice move, and Cooper dances out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Michael Hawks escorted him there. Kevin Daft, remember 2 years ago, Kevin Daft had that fabulous season with Scotland, led him to the World Bowl. That record still stands amongst all the great names that have come over and played quarterback in this league. Kurt Warner, Jay Fiedler. There's Daft's numbers so far today. 1 interception, no touchdowns. Cooper, nice move, and about a 9-yard pickup before Willie Gary made the stop.
I tell you, Cooper's been active all day. From the start of this game, he's returned kicks. He's just been everywhere on the field, making things happen. It's been the Raphael Cooper show for Amsterdam.
Measurement?
Boy, 80 yards now.
Are you measuring? Are you measuring?
They're going to bring the chains on to measure here.
You saw Daft kept on asking. Quarterbacks, like, they want to know. They want to see those chains come in, because that's a freebie. That's a freebie timeout, if you will.
Absolutely.
To get over to the sidelines and discuss with your head coach or offensive coordinator, whoever may be there that you're talking to, what you're thinking for the next. If you're just short, what are you going to do? If it's 1st down, what do you want to attack?
Eight toss. Check 9 toss.
Explain. 8 toss, check 9 toss.
Run it at flick here.
Check with me, and what they're going to try to do.
Hey, we're going to go.
Look.
It's a check, though. It's a check. You can't go check.
If you check it, go on back on one.
No, it's going to be on 1. We're going to go right. 8 toss, check 9 toss on 1, right?
Watch what they want to do here. They want to run at the national player, Robert Flickinger. He's right here,
check,
91.
Check.
I bet that's where they go. Well,
Cooper, they checked away from him. And Cooper's close to midfield. Flags down behind the play. And this one's coming back. Ryan Kalich, the Redskins guard.
Number 62, 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Kalich was not only flagged, but also
Left tray.
left the game immediately.
Left tray. 9 toss, check 6 stretch. Flush. Left tray. Left tray, 9 toss, check 6 stretch.
Here we go. We're going left tray, 9 toss, check 6 stretch. On 1-1 right?
Two different running plays. Obviously, the toss 9 would come out to the left side here on a toss. A 6 stretch would be a handoff. They called rip. It's going to go left.
Morgan Kane in the ball game, and Morgan Kane has hit once and twice and dropped.
What you're
Willie
hearing,
Gary and Todd Franz up for the stops.
what you're hearing with the check with me calls by the quarterback, where they give them 2 plays. First of all, what blows this thing up is penetration across the line. See that depth and penetration right there? That blows the whole thing up from the start. Todd Franz is in the backfield, and that alters the route of the running back. He never had a chance to get to the corner. He had to alter his route and take it back. Result, the loss.
Daft to Morgan Kane. And he's hit hard at the 37-yard line. And Kane is still down.
Michael Hawks put the lick on him. Michael Hawks' helmet's still laying down there in the field.
Ravens running back. Kane out of Wake Forest.
Amsterdam, back to what I was saying about the check with me's, when they give the quarterback 2 calls in the huddle, you know, 8 or 9 toss or whatever they have, 4 or 5 gut, what they're doing is listen to him. When he comes to the line of scrimmage, he'll say rip or Liz, okay? And that's identifying the strength of the defense. And they're trying to run away from that strength. So when he says rip, rip, everybody on the offense knows that the play is going to the left, so they know it's a 9 toss instead of an 8 toss, because you want to run away from strength. He says Liz, Liz. That means the strength of the defense, the extra defender is on the left-hand side, and we're going to run away from that to the right, the 8 hole.
Andrew Bays with a good kick. Gilliam. Rather, it's Moses. And Moses across the 35 to the 40-yard line, and there's some pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Parting the sea of bodies, if you will.
I thought about going there. Rich Waltz, Bill Moss, not in your picture right now. I just wanted to clarify that.
Amsterdam. We're good. I love that.
Well,
creativity.
Unfortunately, it's not true today, because Amsterdam has struggled in the Amsterdam arena, where they generally are pretty hard to beat.
You know what, though? I think the second half, they're got to be leading the time of possession. Their offense has been on the field a bunch in the 3rd quarter here.
Treisbach gives to Goodman. And the Packers' Herbert Goodman, who's had a nice day today. He's close to midfield.
I like him, and I think you'll see him play in the NFL for a few years. I don't think he's going to be a Marcus Allen, although I do think he can be a quality back that can get in the rotation for a team and help out. Deuce Wright, 97 counter.
There's your Packers running backs. And Dorsey Levens, you can put a question mark after his name.
This is a running play. It's coming back to the left.
Goodman. Again, midfield to the 46-yard line. Another first down for the Scottish Claymores. And another nice run by Herbert Goodman.
You remember the old Washington Redskins when they had the hogs? They always used to run that counter tray. Well, watch what they do. The counter is a step this way. That step should take the linebackers here. They down block, bring backside guard and tackle, and then there's your seam. That's a counter play. The counter is that counter step move to the opposite direction to freeze the linebackers, take them with you, and then come back, pulling the backside guard and tackle and lead the way.
Goodman, 70 yards on only 20 carries, and number 21 will pick up 3 more yards before the Oakland Raiders' Ray Perryman makes the stop.
Get in the eagle, get in the eagle.
Double left, 92 weak.
Eagles 4 wide receivers and a back. Double left, 92 weak. 90s are usually pass plays. Anytime you go 4 wides and you're 2nd and 8, I'd say pass or run.
Robert Arnaud, the former Georgia Bulldog, current Seattle Seahawk, with the carry inside the 40 down to the 40 or the 36. But flags are down. Amsterdam was offsides. If you take the penalty, you get the yardage, but you lose the down. You can get the down back by accepting the penalty.
Well, you take the penalty here.
Defense, offside, number 91. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 2nd down.
See, you'd much rather have the 2nd and 5 or the 2nd and 2 is what it'll end up being than the 3rd and 1. Falcon, you hear them yelling Falcon. That's a personnel grouping.
Sit in there, hard 2. Just like 98 gas, hard 2, right?
Hard 2, snap count?
Yes. He said sit in there. He's telling his offensive lineman, sit in there, it's hard 2. Falcons base personnel has got a tight end and 3 wide receivers, 1 back.
Goodman, room to go. And Goodman is inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Corey Blackwell made the stop. And Herbert Goodman, the man they call the Whisper, with a 1st down.
Watch the block right here. This is Elliott Carson. He's got a block here. Right here is Ian Allen. Watch the block. This seals the whole thing. He's outside, he's reached, and look at him push right up into the strong safety and linebacker. That ball is out the gate, and that's because of the blocking job by the offensive line. And in that case, the offensive line included Elliott Carson, the tight end.
82 yards now for Herbert Goodman. And he'll lose a couple as he's hit by Masafumi Kawaguchi, a 6th-year Admiral. He was unblocked, and he made the play.
Massa. As I said, most of these guys are American football players on NFL rosters, but they are sprinkled in with European players, and Asian players in this case. And it's a neat thing to see because you watch these guys, you think, you don't even know they play football in Japan.
They know now. Massa just showed them. 4th quarter coming up. It's a 3-point Scotland lead. A battle of field goal kickers tonight in Amsterdam. And Scotland perfect on their 3 attempts. Amsterdam has hit 2 of 3. And that's the difference in the game. Scott Dreisbach rolling out. Can he escape? No! He got the ball off.
I don't know.
Now he's outside the tackle box. And Dreisbach is pointing towards a receiver.
Therefore, there's no intentional grounding. 3rd down.
Aha, they're going to pick up the flags, but there's a flag back down at the 19-yard line. Ray Perryman on the blitz had a hold of Dreisbach.
Everything was called correctly there, except
offensive pass interference.
Well, here's what happens is the receiver downfield saw the quarterback start running, so he turns and starts blocking. And then when he threw the ball in the air to get rid of it, then it becomes offensive pass interference. But everything was fine in that whole sequence, except the quarterback was wrapped up twice, and in the NFL, they would have blown it dead just to protect the quarterback. But he was left open. If there was 2 other defenders coming, closing down on him while he was tied up there by Perryman, I mean, he could have got whacked pretty hard.
And once he's outside the tackle box, he can throw it anywhere he wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Offensive pass interference. Number 89 was blocking downfield on the pass. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Good work, Mr. Moss. You're all over it. Jason Byworth, national player from England, the guilty party.
You know, but when he looked back and saw his quarterback starting to run, I mean, he did the right thing.
Yeah,
you turn and block downfield and help your guy out. He didn't know that he was going to escape Perryman long enough to throw the thing.
2nd down and 20. Dreisbach over the middle. And it's caught, and there's Byworth.
That's making up for it.
Byworth, who had the penalty, makes the catch short of the first down by a couple of yards.
Byworth, number 89, right here. A little 12-yard in, a little dig.
Scott Dreisbach looking a lot sharper this week than he did last week. 3rd and short. Goodman tripped up, stays on his feet, lost the ball at the 14, and Amsterdam has it, but there's a flag, as Bill noted, at the 23-yard line.
That's going to be on Scotland, and they're going to get called with a hold. It was the backside of the play, but they're going to decline it. They're going to take the fumble if they recovered it.
The official signaled Amsterdam's recovery. You're all over the holds. And now let's see where they...
The runner was ruled down by contact, but we had holding on the offense, number 72. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, 3rd down.
12 yards, Amsterdam, 12
Well, the official on the play immediately signaled Amsterdam ball. Let's take a look.
Ball's out.
Looked like it was kicked out when he was on his way down.
When he was in the air. No part of his body was on the ground. But from where the official was standing,
it looked like
it looked like he came down. All you saw was the back of his numbers, and then the ball was out.
Yeah. Now the old ground can't cause the fumble is probably what the official was looking at. So a break, so to speak, for Scotland. They lose the yardage, but they keep the ball. Not a lot of penalties in this one. 3rd down. Dreisbach swings it to Goodman. Hit and dropped. And Brandon Godse, a kid from Miami of Ohio, makes another play.
That's the old screenplay. 2 things were wrong. First of all, the timing. Screenplays are all about timing. You just can't throw a screen into your offense unless it's one of those things you rehearse and practice continuously. The timing was off there. The blocker was out before the receiver was. The ball was in front of the receiver. And to the credit of Amsterdam, they sniffed it out pretty good. They weren't fooled at all.
Now Lawrence Tynes is going to attempt a 53-yard field goal, which if he makes it, will be worth 4 points.
They drew him off sides.
Flags down. He had plenty of distance.
Ik voorspel je, dit worden de langste 15 werkende speelminuten van vanavond.
And another conference.
En iedere seconde wordt een hele spannende.
I had Amsterdam offsides in the neutral zone.
Ook zij kennen het belang van het spel.
Prior to the ball being snapped, there was a false start on number 84 of the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
Let's take a look.
Maar het blijft een werk in voetbal. En het
No.
om een ander op het verkeerde been te zetten. Dus wordt het een fake of gaan ze daadwerkelijk de bal gewoon.
That's a big call.
I don't know. I certainly saw some Amsterdam Admirals move in the neutral zone before I saw 84 respond. And on defense, just like on field goal rush, just like in pass protection, that flinching rule, that jumping rule from the defense is a penalty.
And Stephen Fontaine is not a real happy guy right now because he was the one that was fingered. The penalty brings on the punt team, the Claymore punt team, and they'll try to angle it in. Getherall watches it roll out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Flag down back at the 46.
Holding aan de kant van de Claymores.
Another Scottish penalty.
Ga maar even een beetje bij je stoel zitten, hoor.
Het ain't Scottish, it ain't crap.
Het wordt raar.
appropriate here.
Maar als je dit vanavond middag kan afsluiten, kan je alleen maar zeggen dat daar hier...
A Scottish penalty is blood pudding in the morning.
Holding.
Haggis in the
number
afternoon.
45. 10-yard penalty.
Hey,
Repeat fourth.
that's a Scottish.
How about that? Is that a Scottish penalty?
And yeah, and you know, look at the cheeseheads. Even Scotland have cheeseheads. Those guys stopped by the booth. They wanted to talk to me before the game. They are huge Packers fans. So they're trying to carry on the tradition over here for the Claymores to get the Scottish cheeseheads going. I'm not sure exactly what that is. That some kind of burial up there or something. Sacred Scottish grounds.
Low snap, and Langley gets this one away. Getherall will get a return out of it from his 15. And he's caught. Nice play on the special teams by Ortiz. Number 22 in your screen is Morgan Kane. He has a sprained left ankle. Joey Getherall, they're working on his ankle. And Ryan Kalitz, the starting guard for Amsterdam, is out with what we're told is a fractured left wrist. And in his place is Adam Davis, a Chicago Bear guard out of Oklahoma State. Kevin Daft and the Admirals running out of time, still down on the scoreboard. Though Raphael Cooper continues his fine night. Jarrett Procell made the stop.
He's got to be closing in on 100 yards. And that would be his first of this season, I believe, wouldn't it?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
83 yards, 17
We're going in front of
carries.
the tight end. We're going to go H right tray, rock, slant. All 1-on-1, right?
Okay, let's ISO the tight end here. See if we can ISO. We're looking for the tight end.
Ryan Collins right there.
Rip! To that!
Goes to the other side and finds Marcus Knight.
Oh, they didn't
Or
look
excuse
long.
me, Kenyon Hambrick. And Hambrick's catches at the 38-yard line. Keith Hayward Johnson on the coverage. The Tennessee Titan quarterback Kevin Daft
Here we go.
still trying to get Amsterdam into the end zone.
You know, they had a run. They came back with a quick hitting slant, played it inside. Now watch him hit him here with this quick draw.
Cooper on the draw, got some room. Cooper to midfield. Cooper's the 30. Cooper the 20, and he's caught at the 18.
Outstanding play calling by the Admirals. Outstanding. Bart Andrews, Jeff Lewis, these guys are doing a fine job keeping Scotland off balance as to what is coming. And that's the whole object. See the draw play up the middle. They take the nose tackle, push him out of the way, Jarrett Purcell. And there's just nobody in the middle field for Cooper, who's had an outstanding day. But that's what you talk about when you talk about having offensive balance. You know, if you get your running game going through the course of the game, somewhere later in the game, you're going to keep the defense on their toes.
Cooper tries the left side. And inside the 15, down to the 13. Certainly now Cooper is over 100 yards, Bill. And Amsterdam is in the red zone. We've had two pretty good performances so far from Raphael Cooper of Amsterdam and Herbert Goodman of the Claymores.
7 counter next on 1-on-1, right?
7 counter X. The 7 counter is a run play. Remember the counter we described before? See if they come back to the left side with the counter. There it is.
Cooper again, and this one is blown up.
Well, they came with the blitz.
Jarrett Procell.
They had a slant on. The guys came blowing up the middle. You know, as a defender, Rich, there's nothing more frustrating as when you can't get a feel for what the offense is going to do. If you don't know whether they're going to see the slants, 92 came in there, 94 came in there, Parcell. And when you get that feeling of uncertainty, everything works for the offense. You can't hone in on one thing to stop them.
Daft got his man, Hambrick. Hambrick up, over, and...
You better signal.
Is he in?
You better signal.
He's in, touchdown! Kenyon Hambrick. And the Admirals are finally in the end zone.
prodding him along. I coaxed it out of him. But he had to think about it. He played the play back in his mind. And it looks like he's going out of bounds. But what you have to look at is the ball break the plane. Where does the ball break the plane? If it is inside the pylon or even touches the inside of the pylon, it's a touchdown. Doesn't matter where his body is. If it's in the air, if it's out of bounds on the sidelines, if that ball is crossing the plane, it's a touchdown.
O'Donnell's kick is good. A long dry spell has ended for Amsterdam. Didn't get in the end zone last week. Finally they're in, and now they're on top by 4. This is Gilliam, and he goes down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's take a look at that touchdown, the Daft to Hambrick pass.
Oh, this is the crossing route. Watch Hambrick come underneath. Amsterdam loves these crossing patterns. And watch, there's Hambrick underneath all the flow of bodies, and then it's just speed. And once he gets there, he just goes airborne. But watch where he keeps the football. Inside the pylon. Touchdown.
Ball actually hit the pylon.
Well, yeah, but you see where it hit? It hit from the inside. The pylon is in the end zone and out of bounds. So it depends on where you hit that thing, whether it's in or out.
Dreisbach gives to Goodman. And now suddenly the pressure is on the Scottish Claymore offense. They've got to move the football. Goodman has carried it
They were
well today.
Well, you know what? It's a play like that that rallies the whole team.
K3 Dragon. K3 Dragon. Oh, I'm ready.
The locals making as much noise as they can. And in this roofed arena right now, that's not a good throw from Dreisbach. Incomplete. Kwame Cavill, former Texas Longhorn, current Cleveland Brown, the intended receiver.
You don't think the play is elevated of the Admirals defense? You know, you kind of get lulled to sleep with the grinding down back and forth. There's Stamer. You don't think he's excited? You don't think the drummers are excited?
Drums, horns, whistles.
On the ball, on the ball.
Play clock running down. Robert Arnott in the game. Shotgun for Dreisbach on 3rd and 10. Caught by Cavill, who breaks a tackle to the 46-yard line. Brandon Godsey on the stop. Kwame Cavill.
Well, take a look at Kwame. He's in here. Stamer never really gets out as far as he should as a linebacker. That's his guy. He's looking there, and he never gets out. When you're playing that zone defense, you've got to get out, and you have to know where that receiver is.
Dreisbach on 1st and 10. Goodman on a draw. Herbert Goodman to the 40s, down to the 38-yard line. Godsey again on the stop, and Goodman is up over 100 yards.
Watch Jarvis Borum. I've talked to you. I like the 2 tackles for Scotland. Ian Allen, Jarvis Borum. Watch the block Borum gets on this draw. He gets up on the linebacker, Stamer. Watch him. He gets upfield here, and then he seals the inside and just drives the linebacker out of the play. Bang, walls him off, and there's your alley, folks. It's real simple to run the football when you got guys like Lovelady and Borum in front of you.
Goodman again. Flags go down as Goodman goes down at the 36-yard line. Paris Lennon on the stop. The Green Bay Packer linebacker.
Holding offense, number 63. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first
Matt
down.
O'Neill, the center. I thought he was up on the linebacker pretty good with his arms extended. I can usually catch holding, and holding usually nowadays in the NFL, you've got to literally tackle the guy or drag him to the ground. Here he is here. And his hand around his throat, but the defender threw his arm in there, threw that rip in underneath to get to the side. I don't know, questionable call. Normally, you've got to take the guy down to the ground in the NFL to get a holding call.
Now on 1st and 20, Cavill again. And Dreisbach was on the money to the 36-yard line.
I can't believe I just defended an offensive lineman.
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? It was holding all the way. I'm falling apart.
Well, you've fallen apart. Dreisbach has suddenly found his stroke. Second down and 8. Oh, Goodman is hit. Josh Stamer shaved a little bit off that run.
Oh, I love that, Rich. I love that. Stamer is shaved, basically from head to toe. Arms, legs, hair,
eyebrows,
all of it. And he likes it. He says, you know, it's pretty for the ladies.
Dreisbach, on the other hand, said he wasn't going to shave until the Claymores won a football game.
So we got shaved and not shaved. Quite a dilemma here in Amsterdam.
Third down. Dreisbach going deep. Man, there, caught, touchdown.
This could be shaved for Dreisbach.
Gilliam with the touchdown catch. The Chargers wide receiver, and Dreisbach was right on the money.
What a throw. He had time. He set up well in the pocket. Good mechanics. Perfect delivery.
And the Scottish Claymore fans that have come over are making some noise. Two big catches by Kwame Cavill on that drive. And here is Hart for the extra point, which is good. After 3 quarters of field goals, 2 touchdowns here in the 4th quarter.
You know you're homesick when you're laying in your hotel room overseas, and whether you're Dreisbach or Stamer, you're thinking about things like shaved and not shaved. What should I do today? That's being homesick. This is just go routes, folks. Double go on this side. Corey Blackwell looking back at the quarterback, looking up at the ball and not defending the receiver. Dondre Gilliam just an all-out go. Got to the outside shoulder of Corey Blackwell, headed for the end zone, and Dreisbach, perfect delivery.
Look at that. That's almost 3 games worth without getting in the end zone. And the Claymores are finally in. A big relief to Gene Dahlquist.
Kevin, I'm allowed to be screaming and yelling a little bit here for the defense.
You know what? That right there is just like an offensive coach. He gets the lead. They've struggled for 3 weeks. They get the lead, and he takes off his headset under 5 minutes to go in the game. He goes, I'm going to be yelling at the defense to hold them. Your whole career, you know, coaches are funny sometimes. When you're around them, and you really get to grow an appreciation and learn an appreciation for what they do and the way they act about different things. And there's such a great difference between offensive coaches and defensive coaches. But that right there, folks, is truly an offensive coach. I'm going to be yelling for the defense.
Which ones make better head coaches? I'll get the answer after the return. Dinkins. And David Dinkins to the 38-yard line. Offensive coaches, defensive coaches. Which ones are better head coaches?
Me personally, I've always felt defensive coaches because they like to run the football. They like to play good, hard-nosed defense, and they don't gamble away games. A lot of times, from my perspective, my opinion, I think that quarterbacks and the offensive-minded coaches, they think they can sit down and the game is involved with the other 6 and not the front 5. And that, to me, is where the game is won and lost all the time up front.
Jerry Westbrook's on the carry to the 40-yard line.
Here we go, right, send, swing right, spider pass.
Here we go. We're going to go right Zen, swing right, spider pass. One, right?
All right, the right Zen, the Z motion, you're going to see. You're going to see a little Z in motion right here out of the trip side. Watch. Watch the short motion. Here it comes. That's a Z in.
That's Knight. Daft trying to find him.
He's got open in the middle of the field.
And he's going to tuck it and go and dance out of bounds. And he's got the first down at the 49-yard line.
Right snug Zen. Right snug Zen, 8 toss.
Ray Woodard, the defensive coordinator for the Claymores.
Set the snug tighter. Set the snug tighter to the tackle.
Snug
Set
Z
the
in.
snug guys tighter to the tackle. Right snug Zen. 8 toss, check 5.
Here we go. Right snug Zen, 8 toss, check 5 gun on 1, right?
Okay, there's your 2 runs. There's your 2 runs. 8 toss or 5 gut.
Rip! Sit up!
This is Westbrook's, his second carry. A Miami Dolphin tailback out of Ohio State. Michael Hawks makes the stop. We'll bring up second down.
H, left tray, land, drag, and swap. H, left tray, land, drag, and swap.
Here we go, huddle up. We're going H, left tray, land, drag, and swap. On 1, right?
Okay, the land part of that means it's going to be a 5-step drop by the quarterback. This is a pass play. This is a 5-step series, and they didn't get the play off in time. They didn't get into the huddle in time. They didn't get the play called.
Timeout, Amsterdam. That's their first team timeout.
Takao Mizuguchi.
Mitsuguchi.
We
What
got
the hell's
Takao
going
lined
on?
up at Y.
That'll be a 30-second timeout.
Who's Y? Reggie's Y. Reggie's on the wrong side. H, left tray, land, drag, and swap.
It wasn't Mizuguchi. It was Reggie Allen.
They kick him around out there. You know?
Reggie, H, left tray. You're at X. Left tray, you're this side.
Let's go.
And Mizuguchi was in the right spot after all, wasn't
We're gonna do the same thing.
Freaking X.
Here we go.
Look at that look there.
We're gonna go H, left tray, land, drag, and swap on 1, right?
Huh?
Well, I mean,
He's got it down.
Yeah, let's be honest. I have a hard time understanding that to begin with. And Mizuguchi from Japan.
Well, I guarantee he understands it.
Yep.
Liz!
Hambrick in motion. Daft, blitz coming. They pick it up, and Daft dumps it to Hambrick, who gets to the 49-yard line before London Dunlap stops him.
Come on.
Land slot Zin.
Here we go. If you get out to the bunch side, you're doing the
Zoro.
delay. Here we go. We're going left snugs in, land Zorro on 1, right?
Let's see what we get.
Okay, look at the Z receiver in motion.
Rip!
Amsterdam trailing by
There's
3
a short motion. Watch him right here.
with the ball.
There it is.
Daft running out of time, gets rid of it as Flickinger dropped him to the ground. It's going to go as a sack back at the 45-yard line.
Well, you know what? He's very lucky. He's very lucky that wasn't intentional grounding because he was within the tight end box.
Both teams have their full complement of timeouts.
Watch him stop. What'd you see there, Harry? They played too high there. How'd the curl come? Did the curl come open?
J.J. Moses is deep. Fair catch. Made at the 14.
All right, we're gonna get another shot.
Yeah.
Amsterdam will get another shot if their defense can get the ball back.
That's the thing. That really is the thing. Because, and I was just thinking that, 2:33 left. I'm thinking where they were on the field. It was about 11. I was wondering if they shouldn't have gone for it. Because the success Scotland has had running the football with their offensive line, they can lean on them right now and let the clock run.
3 timeouts left. 2-minute warning is left. It's been 2 years since the Claymores have a road win.
See, That's why I'm not so sure. If I know they got the extra timeouts left, and they're probably going to have to burn one here soon.
Do you burn it before the 2-minute break?
No.
Let it go down.
Because they could pick up a first down here.
Let it go down.
2nd and 5.
Yeah, let it go down to 2.
Dreisbach is going to do just that. On his way to the sideline, the Detroit Lion quarterback as the Claymores on top by 3.
That's a 2-minute warning.
I was wondering if you wanted to flip-flop and go in right. I was wondering if you wanted to flip-flop and go in right.
Big play here on 3rd and 4.
They're not going to get it.
Goodman is stood up at the 20-yard line.
Don't you wish you had the opportunity to listen to that conversation take place in the NFL? To listen to an offensive coordinator and argue with his head coach, and both sides. I mean, you know what? It would cost a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
It most certainly would. And that's exactly why you don't hear it, I'm sure.
Amsterdam. That's their 3rd and final timeout.
Amsterdam burns
It'll
the
be a
timeout,
30-second timeout.
and that keeps a minute
Please
42
set the
left
game
on the clock.
To 1:44.
They're going to put 2 more seconds
Game
left
clock
on
to
it.
1 minute and 44 seconds.
No more timeouts for Kevin Daft.
Boy, that was neat. And you know what? That really adds some excitement to this game as it comes down to the wire here. The decision being made on the sidelines, whether to throw the pass, get it, and wrap the game up, or run the ball out, play conservative, try to get the first down. And if you don't, have to punt it away and play defense to try to keep Amsterdam from winning this game on a field goal. Look at the field position. Greatly in Amsterdam's favor. A couple passes here in field goal range, at least to tie.
Gene Dahlquist knows about those decisions. He was the offensive coordinator at Texas and Illinois under John McAvick. Langley's kick is a good high one. Getherall, his 30. Sidesteps one. Getherall up the sideline, hit and dropped at the 44-yard line. Good field position. You're all over it, Bill Moss, with a minute 32 left. It's a 3-point ball game with Scotland on top. A field goal ties it. A 50-yard field goal or more would win it. Just something to keep in the back of your mind with a minute 33 left.
There we go, fellas.
How many 4-point field goals have you seen in your
I've witnessed a few.
days of covering NFL Europe?
I've seen a few, and they're pretty neat. I would like to see when they came down to winning the game.
Daft. Remember, they can't stop the clock. Ryan Collins, the tight end. He's into Scotland territory. Clock will continue to roll. It's a gain of about 8.
Right smash straight dig.
Land.
Well, Jen. Shit, I want to dig.
Rip. Set up.
Daft's throw is on the money. Knight gets out of bounds, and that's a big leap by Marcus Knight. It's interesting to hear the communication between a coach and a quarterback in the 2-minute drill, and how quickly that can get jumbled up.
Land trail, Z stutter.
Here we go. Left
Land
snug.
trail, Z stutter.
Land trail,
Left
Z
snug.
stutter. All one-on-one, right? You can stop if you want.
No.
O'Donnell loosening up
Liz. Set up.
from the Scotland 42. Daft looking and got Ryan Collins, and boy is he
Didn't
blasted.
get out. Look at Ryan Collins jump right back up and get back, and oh, he knows how valuable that time is that he got rocked and didn't get out of bounds.
Willie Gary with the hit. You can see the clock rolling.
Land. Rip. Set up.
Daft, incomplete, out of bounds. Not a bad throw, and Hambrick made the catch, but he was out.
All right,
It does stop the clock.
Left, snug.
However, it's now
H,
3rd down.
Left, snug. Land, burst.
Here we
H,
go.
left, snug, land, burst.
Here we go. We're going to go H left. Here we go. H left, snug, land, burst. 1-1-1, right?
The danger here, Bill, is if they don't pick up the 5 yards, they don't have it down to ground the ball and stop the clock. They'll have to run the field goal unit out with 33 seconds left.
Rip! Get on the ball! Rip! Rip! Sit up! Why are we so
Daft gonna go deep, and it's incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Can we get it?
I didn't like the
How
call.
long is it? Wait, whoa, how long is it?
I didn't like the call.
Huh?
They wanted to take their shot. They had 30
Can you
seconds
get it?
left.
Damn
You
right.
going wide
All
open
go
on that?
Go get it.
All right,
open on
well, Joe O'Donnell is coming out on the field, and this is going to be for the win. This will be a 4-point field goal attempt.
Obviously, Bart Andrews was thinking, take one shot at the end zone, and I'm still in range for a 50-yarder to win. He must have a lot of faith and confidence in the leg strength of Joe O'Donnell.
Play clock down. Here's the snap. This for the win. Is it long enough?
Nope.
No. And Scotland is going to walk out of Amsterdam with their first road win in 2 years.
Just sniff the center's ass for me, will you?
I don't know why you'd want to do that.
I think that's coach speak for just take a knee, though I'm not sure.
Oh, it absolutely is.
You know, that the 35-second play clock had a hand in that, Bill, because they had to rush the field goal unit on, and I don't think O'Donnell was quite ready to attempt the kick. And he came up short on what would have been a 4-point field goal.
Scott Dreisbach's going to have to shave now. And that's all she wrote.
Scott Dreisbach struggled last week. The Claymores had lost 3 in a row. Their first road win since they did it in Amsterdam in 2000. 8 in a row they had lost on the road, and they win it here 16-13. There's another NFL Europe game going on right now, same time. Claymores Admirals here. Let's check out what's happening with the 4-0 Galaxy visiting the Rhine Fire.
2nd down and 10 for Hamilton, averaging 201 yards passing per game. Threw 36 passes last week, which was a season high.
Here comes a blitz.
Hamilton got drilled, and it's picked. D. Cooper, who led the league last year, gets his 3rd interception of this year. 1st down, and they hand it off Robertson. Huge hole. Still going.
Look at that.
And going all the way.
Wow. This is exactly the way the Rhine Fire wanted to start this game. Establish this run. You got a great job by the offensive line up front. Look at that hole that Jamal Robertson had to run through. And, of course, he's known to have great moves. He models himself after Barry Sanders, and Walter Payton thinks of himself as a combo of the two. And what a great run for him. And it all goes back to that offensive line. They made a statement on that play. They're coming after him all day.
Jackson getting the bulk of the carries with Alexander out of the game. This time Hamilton fakes it and scores.
He was trying to hand this ball off. Everything looks like a handoff. He bobbled the snap. They run into each other. This is the element that Joe Hamilton brings to the game, though. He can improvise, he can ad-lib, and it translates into 7 points, or going for 7 points here with the extra point.
Blue 88. Running play on 1st down. Big hole for Robertson. There he goes again.
They're not going to catch him.
A 90-yard run for Robertson.
A great job of setting up his blocks. You can see he meant to run the left side, and the thing that scared the Frankfurt coaches so much was his cutback ability. He cut that back, And there aren't many safeties in this league that are going to be able to run down Jamal Robertson.
Yo, Blue 88! Blue 88! Say 100!
Martin has it picked. And the whistle doesn't blow. Mike Smith on the run. Can they catch him? Finally, at the 26-yard line, Mike Smith intercepts Martin. T. Martin's first pick since week 1 when he threw 3, and Smith's first interception of the year. Hamilton on second down has a touchdown. Brian McDonald. Frankfurt retakes the lead.
You're playing a 2-deep coverage, which puts an awful lot of pressure on the safety. And you're going to see Deke Cooper come into the picture right here. He's got a receiver stretching him on the outside here and a receiver stretching him on the inside. And he's really got no way to win. If the quarterback makes the right read, he cannot cover both of those receivers in that short of space.
Blue 88!
Martin just got it off. Robertson breaks one tackle and another. Third touchdown for Robertson.
Really a well-executed play by the Ryan offense in general. You got the left side of the line here, caving everybody down inside. You can see right there, they did a good job of stopping that initial penetration. Jamal Anderson gets up inside, breaks the tackle, takes it to the touchdown. Now, the one thing about that play, the man that had a chance to make the tackle on Robertson was blocked by the receiver just enough to give Jamal Robertson a chance to get off it and get up the field.